What's up, everybody on YouTube? Today, Project Stormtrooper here in Knight's garage, gonna be getting myself a new throttle body. So let's go ahead and unbox this throttle body, get this one off, and we'll compare the two of them. Okay, so this throttle body is from thefastman.com. I found him when I had my 392. He's really the only one that ports these throttle bodies out to a larger diameter. And he achieves this, he changes this throttle blade out. So this is a larger throttle blade. Man, this thing is beautiful. All right, so then he takes a special, he makes his own stainless steel shafts and makes it a half shaft. This right here is where most of your flow is happening, on this front edge as it's opening up. So you get this smooth finish on the front edge, machine screws here. Machined about as thin as you can make it. Really good. Really going to increase the flow. Man, this thing is going to be awesome. Stock throttle body is roughly 90 millimeters on a Hellcat. This right here has been oversized out to 99. It's about as big as what you can get. And this is a true, like I showed you a second ago, through and through 99. He achieves that by getting an extra 5 out of this throttle body casting, and then he takes half of that shaft away. And I don't know if you can see in there that half of that shaft goes a pretty good amount. This right here is a thinner throttle blade, I believe, also, and I'm wanting to say it's a stainless steel throttle blade too, but I'm not 100% sure on that. This is the best that you can get for a ported stock throttle body on a Hellcat. I wanted this, it looks, I mean, it's a factory piece. The dealership will look at this and, you know, as long as they're taking pictures of the outside of the engine, they're not gonna know that this is an aftermarket throttle body versus a BBK. And then I went with this over MMX because MMX ports the front lip, ports the back sides, leaves the same factory throttle plate and everything in there. And then there's a lip down at the back. I'll link the video for my 392 Charger that shows the difference in them, as well from an MMX ported throttle body to the Fastman ported throttle body. The Fastman leaves you a lot more area, so it actually opens up the physical size of the hole itself through and through. That way it's an actual 99 millimeters straight all the way through. So let's get the stock one off and we'll do some comparisons. So to get this off is really pretty simple. I've got a plastic tool here that helped me get these clips. Get you one of these if you don't have it. It's a lifesaver on most of these, on most different cars, these little worm clamps. It's a 5/16, I believe. Yes, 5/16 nut driver. And I've got a little 1/4-inch drive ratchet with a T30 bit on it, Torx bit. And the Torx bit is what you'll need to get the factory throttle body bolts out. So the first thing that I'm going to do, go ahead and squeeze on this clip, pull this out. This right here is where you squeeze that. That's your temperature sensor, intake temp sensor. I go ahead and unplug that to get the wire out of the way. You do not have to remove the entire air box, just this tube right here. Loosen up both the worm clamps. Pull it off the throttle body first, then off of the intake box. You may have to, loosen up your clamp a little bit more. Mine came out pretty easy. And then on the connector here, there's a clip. Let me bring you in here. There's a clip, and right here you have to push down on that and push it out. You see how it pushed out? Then you can take your thumb, push it all the way in, wiggle the connector, unplug the connector. You also have to get this off right here. You can just wiggle this back and forth and that'll pop right out of there. Put your wire to the side. Let me get you back up here. All right. Once you've got that out, this is disconnected, this is disconnected out of the way. Pull your wire from here. Take your T30 Torx bit here and just go ahead and loosen up. extension off here. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll just use the extension in this T30 to go ahead and get these the rest of the way out of here. This one, bottom one here. I'm gonna leave this one kind of in just a way it have something to hang off of. That's the last one I'm gonna deal with. I don't want to drop any of these. It's gonna be a pain in the butt to get them if I drop one. This is the last one. Hold on to your throttle body. Use your throttle body to help you out, keep you from losing this. Oh, take it right on out of there. It's down just so you don't lose it. Back your throttle body off. Let's compare these bad boys. So I hope I got a good angle here. You can see that this throttle body, the stock throttle body, has this lip right here. And this lip stays through, other people that do porting on these. They only really port up to this lip and kind of smooth it out, but the diameter that's in there has to stay the same because of the factory throttle blade itself, okay? So like MMX and stuff like that do porting of the factory throttle body, that's all they really do. They port the front side, they port a little bit on the back side here and clean it up. That's really about it, okay? If you look at the factory throttle body, you look at these screws right here. If you're at wide open throttle and these doggone screws, they create a lot of wind turbulence. And then on the back side, look, they're sticking out through the back side as well. So get a little closer. So you can see how the screws are sticking out of the back side as well as the top side of this throttle blade. And you can really see that lip right there. As opposed to the Fastman unit that doesn't really have that lip at all because the whole throttle body has been ported out. All right, then the top you got these really small machined screws that are a smooth transition here. The shaft has been reduced, so this thing right here is as close to 100 millimeters you can get with a stock throttle body. Okay, it's not just a 99 or 100 on the front side and on the back side. As you can see, it's all the way through. They straight port the whole bad boy out. And it's a custom stainless steel shaft. The screws don't stick out of the backside. They're nice and smooth. This is a new throttle blade as well to compensate for the bigger throttle opening. This is a true 99 millimeter opening through and through. So much better than a factory unit. If you can see them side by side, I mean, it's just crazy. You can see the difference in these things. All right, so this just seems to be bigger because it is bigger. Thefastman.com really does a fantastic job in these throttle bodies. And man, that's a sharp lip too. So not only do they smooth out this lip and polish all this down, they're the only ones I know of that change out this throttle blade. And they have to do that because they do a true port through and through. So the whole throttle body is actually the 99 millimeters. I'm wanting to say this unit right here is like $460, but I got a new throttle body, of course, to replace this one. You can take your stock one off and send it to the Fastman and get it ported as well for a cheaper price. I'm wanting to say it's like maybe around 300 bucks or so. I'll post links in the description below the video for his website, so you can choose what throttle body. I'm also going to post up a little card for, I also use his throttle body on my 392 on my scatpack, and I actually compare his 392 throttle body ported to a MMX ported throttle body, so you'll see the comparison between those two if you click on that video, and I will link that in this video in one of the little card things that pop up in the upper right hand corner of the video there. So let's go ahead and get this bad boy installed. Okay, so as you can see, this is not a ported snout, it's a factory snout. Man, that's a big old hole right there. Anyway, It's not a Portage 9 that has the factory O-ring in it. So all you got to do is line this bad boy up. Again, I'm going to do the same thing. This top one, I'm going to stick it in, get it lined up, get it started. And then I'm just going to go around the throttle body with the rest of them. Go to this one at the bottom here. Again, you want to be careful to make sure you don't drop one of those, because this will be a real pain in the butt to get it out from that plastic tray down there on the bottom of the engine bay. I can use my T30 in my extension. Now I get them started, I'm just going to run them all the way up until they're touching. I'm not really trying to get them any kind of tightness, really. Being an O-ring, it doesn't really even have to be very tight. You just want to make sure that you're tight enough that the bolts don't vibrate out. Basically it. So what's the torque spec? I really don't know. Probably just a few inch-pounds. Probably about like 10, 20 inch-pounds, if that much. Don't quote me on it because I don't know exactly what the torque is. Anybody that watches this channel a lot will know that I don't really do torque specs for every single bolt that I go on. Alright, so my OCDness wants me to line up the hole as best possible on the inside, where I got as smooth as possible. I mean, what am I doing this for? If I don't line this up, then why am I taking all this stuff apart, trying to get the most flow out of it, if I don't make the transition as smooth as possible? Alright. So I'm going to hold it up into the spot where I need it to be. Start tightening up my bolts. I'm just snugging right now. Putting any mustard on the sandwich. I'm just snugging them up. That's my last one. I'm going to put a little bit of pump in it. Just get them snug. That's all you need. Remember, this is aluminum parts. You don't want to jack up your threads, strip nothing out. You don't want to break this nice fancy throttle body you just got in before you need to crank the car up. Alright, so that's the throttle body's in. Like this. Plug it back in, push the little brake clip back forward to lock it in. Your intake temperature sensor plug that in. Get your intake boot. It always works a little bit easier if you wanted to go ahead and take off your whole air box here. It's not really but one bolt, so I mean, kudos to you if you want to go ahead and take it off. It's your prerogative. Me, I do not want to take it off. Alright, it's got a little mark here. I'll bring the camera in a second to show you where the mark is. Line up on the air box. That way your rotation is correct. Alright, let's show you what I was talking about. So right here, as you can see, is a little plastic piece on the intake, and then there's a cutout on the boot here. See, that's where you line it up to make sure your orientation of your boot's correct for a factory spec. Okay, the last thing we have to do is pretty much start the car. It gives you this neat little thing of instructions. You can pause the video, look at it or whatever. But if you ordered one from Daniel, you would, or thefastman.com, you would get one of these pieces of paper anyway. So whichever you want to do. It talks about how to remove the old throttle body, put the new throttle body on. Then you'll turn the key all the way on to the on position. So you'll achieve that by pressing the start button twice without putting your foot on the brake. You don't want to start the car. You just want it in the on position. You'll wait for everything to energize. You're not going to start. All the lights will go through their check down until the dinging stops. Then you can start the engine and let it idle. What I always do is right after the dinging stops, I turn the ignition off. Then I put my foot on the brake and start it like normal and make sure that it is giving me throttle input. So let's go ahead and do that. So as I said, foot not on the brake. Don't touch the brake. Press your start button twice. 1, 2. That's everything on. That is your key on. So you see everything Going through, the dinging's on. As soon as this dinging stops, that's when we're gonna go ahead and shut it off and crank it up, make sure it works. I'm gonna go ahead and open the garage. This is gonna be a cold start, and I don't wanna fume myself up in here in the garage. I've been sitting in here what seems like about 2 minutes, and the dinging hasn't really stopped. It's energized all the systems, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn it off. Put my foot on the brake and go ahead and start it. I'm gonna give it just a second. I don't ever rev an engine as soon as I crank it up. Which I'm just gonna flip it. I just wanna make sure that I have throttle input. Oh yeah. All right, seems like it's good. Go ahead and cut this off. So there it is, ported stock throttle body from thefastman.com. Ported out to just under 100 millimeters. New throttle blade, best design that I've seen as far as ported stock throttle bodies. I really feel like it's the best one comparative to the rest of them that I've seen out there. It's the biggest you can make a stock throttle body. I appreciate each and every one of you guys watching. I really appreciate how the channel's growing. I love this car. There's more videos to come. As you see, I've got, you know, a few things over here. I got some stuff from Rip-A-Tune coming. Just stay tuned, guys. Turn the little bell on so you get notifications of when I post videos. I try to post as often as I can, but sometimes it's hard to get these things done and get this stuff installed with work schedule, this stupid coronavirus stuff that's going around. People are losing their mind. But anyway, I'm still trying, and we're still trying to get it done. You guys, appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks for watching.